Today I'm going to be showing you how I blew out my back and you're going to love it. Pause. Not like that, you nasty boy. If you want your back to look shredded like an anime character, backy, you gotta follow these 3 most effective exercises to blow out your back. I remember the first few months of my gym journey. Couldn't really focus and target my back muscles. I would always feel it on my biceps, my forearms, and sometimes even my neck and traps. However, as I got used to the movement and my mind to muscle game was on point, follow a few cues that really helped a lot. Your back is the biggest and most complex muscle in your body. Compared to your biceps, there's only 2 muscles. Triceps, 3. Quads, 4. Chest, 1 on each side. Your back has at least 20 muscles and is a nightmare to actually target, and they all have different functions on your body. If that was wrong, comment down below. I narrowed it down to my top 3 best exercises to get that demon back you always wanted. So what your back do though? It doesn't twerk, it pulls. So any pull movements you do, if you're doing it correctly, you would work on your back. There's only 2 main planes your back muscle pulls in, horizontally and vertically. So with that in mind, here are my top 3 exercises. First, any rows. The best row you could do is on a machine, so it can be the most stable. So what you gotta do is set up this row machine until your nipples is at the handlebar height. So rest your chest on the chest pad and arch your back whilst pointing your nipples as far up to the sky as possible. One cue you guys need to follow is you're not actually pulling, you are imagining elbowing someone right behind you. He's trying to take your wallet from your back pocket, and you know what? You noticed him. So what you're gonna do is bam, elbow, and as you're elbowing him, it's not a straight elbow back, it's actually in the arc. As you're lowering the weight, you lower it slowly. I see many guys in the gym just, let the weight pull them back down. But no, you're the alpha, right? You need to show the weight who's alpha, so you need to control that down, probably of 2 or 3 seconds. But then at the bottom, you need to round out your back and let the weight stretch you out. And then from there, that's when you go through the motion again. As I said many times before, you build the most muscle under tension at the most stretched position. If you want to make the most of this machine, then maybe try doing one-handed and sitting off 45 degrees angle to the side, so you get even more of a stretch. Okay, so that was a horizontal pull movement. Now next, let's go into a vertical pull movement. If you guys want to know the sets and rep ranges I do, I'll let you guys know at the end of the video. But for now, let's move on. The most obvious choice for a vertical pull movement is the lat pull down. You can either do this on a lat pull down machine, an assisted pull-up machine, or you can do straight up pull-ups. If you're that guy, that calisthenics guy. With this movement, again, it's not about pulling, because if you start thinking you're pulling something, you're going to use more of your biceps. Put the bar at a comfortable width. You don't want to be too narrow, you don't want to be too wide. I'll say just like this. So where your elbow is at a right angle. Again, the same cue, just imagine elbowing someone going through your back pocket. As you pull down, you're actually trying to break the bar inwards as well, and that will really target your back. Remember, your back muscles, it's not about the weight, or in fact any muscle, it's not about the weight, alright? It's about controlling the muscle and fatiguing it. Your muscle doesn't know how much is on the bar or on the machine. For a lot of exercise, yes, you gotta do it with perfect form, no less. But for the lat pull down machine, it's not as efficient as you may think it is. At the top of the movement, I want you to lean forward and actually stretch out your lats. However, when you're pulling it down, then lean back 30 degrees and then pull the bar to your chest. That way you can actually stimulate the most of your back. If you're doing this on an assisted pull-up machine, then you could do the same thing with the lat pull down machine. However, with the body weight pull-ups, it's a little bit different. So you're gonna have to point your chest all the way up to the sky and arc your back just like a shrimp. That way you can target your back. With almost all of these back exercises I've mentioned here, after you can't do a full range of motion, you You could do partial reps, especially focusing on the most stretched position. I should put up a counter about how many times I said stretched position. Let's move on to the last exercise. So we did a vertical pull and a horizontal pull. So that pretty much hit the whole of your back. There's one muscle that many people do not consider. Your shoulders. Well, more like your rear delts. Your rear delts is a part of your back as well. And sometimes it's just been forgotten. It's lonely up there on shoulder day. On back day, I like to hit my shoulders as well with face pulls. Okay, this really hits your traps, your rear delts, and even your mid back as well. So with face pulls, there's not a lot of ways to make it stable. So what I found is on the cable machine, get the rope and sit down on the floor. That way you'll be the most stable. Or if you could find a bench, but there's not always a bench free. So sit down on the floor and angle the cable up to about 45 degrees. Put the rope in between your fingers. I like to use the finger method, wink wink, and pull it towards your face. The muscles up there aren't really that strong, lightweight, but however, slow down the motion, slow down the reps. Focus more on the eccentric movement rather than the pull movement itself. This exercise, you'll really feel it the most if you flare up your elbows. As you're pulling it back, as the balls are getting close to your face, I want you to separate the balls. And that way you'll really squeeze the mid back. So there you have it, guys. That's my top 3 exercise to blow out your back. And for those who stayed till the end of the video, I'll give you a bonus exercise for staying this long. I appreciate you guys. The dumbbell bent over rows, one-handed as well. So this one is a very good stretch on your lats, and it really targets the lower part of your lats. One cue I like to think about is trying to put the weight into my back pocket. So as you're rowing up, you're not rowing up to your chest, you're actually rowing up and arcing it behind your bum and trying to put money away. So it's just hard times out here. For the sets and reps, for my back I like to do 3 sets, and reps I would like to aim for around 10 to 15 reps. So leave a comment down below what muscle groups you want to see next, like the video for the algorithm, and subscribe to your boy. And with big back, and I'm not talking about your booty, you need wide shoulders as well. So click here to see my top 3 best exercises for your shoulders, and I'll see you there.